Hey everyone, got a new Rike to check out. Let's get it. All right, guys, got a new Rike in. This is the Tissot. I hope I'm saying that right in case you want to see how it is spelled. They actually put it on the backstrap there. How convenient is that? Boy, oh boy, I like a lot about this one, but I have one major hang up. Let's jump into this one here. You got a very beautiful M390 spear point blade with a hollow grind, and they did a fantastic job with this one. The plunge grind here comes pretty close to the edge. It's not a lot of sharpening choil, but the nice thing about this one is I believe it is it's an internal stop pin. I don't think you'll be able to see it there. Let me see if I can find it for you. Right, its thumb studs are in the way a little bit on this one, guys, but it is an internal stop pin, press fit. So you could just easily just take a machine or send it to someone that you know would be able to do it, and just take and put a little tiny cut on there like that, and just cut that piece off. And I honestly think you'd be really good to go with this one. Wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the thumb stud slash jump piece here, and it looks like it's adjustable, like you could move it forward, but I'm not sure that that's right because of the way that it looks like it's laying in with that jimping there. It looks like it's kind of notched so that it fits there perfectly on that. So I don't know that you could move or adjust it, but it actually lands in a good spot. Like, it's really pretty good, especially when you jump up onto this ledge here. That to me is a really good spot to get into a controlled section of it. When I was cutting with it, this hollow grind, guys, it is ridiculously slicey. Catalog paper, even though it's been through the pass around group, felt really good, and then moving through the cardboard felt phenomenal. With the spear point, you're able to easily get down to the tip and do some detail work and draw cuts, so that was really nice. I like that. The performance on this, the hollow grind, the factory edge, and everything were all really impressive. I like that a lot. Now, I mentioned the thumb studs. I'll talk about that one next. I wasn't sure I was going to like that one because it's a very different shape, but once I realized you just kind of come right up to this corner, I was able to very quickly adjust to this one, and then you can see there just pushing in and out, able to kick it right out. Very satisfactory. And then with that, it's not as sharp fuller. It actually goes into a crown spine, which is really pretty, by the way. What I have found with the reverse flick is you kind of want to land your thumbnail, or your fingernail right underneath that lip and kick that out. Now, I would say I think it would be better if this was just a little bit sharper, or maybe if they had made it like a ramp and put some jimping on there. I think that would have worked a lot better for me. Access to the lock bar is really good. See, if it would have had that jimping, I wouldn't have missed just now. So the lock bar access is up nice, and they put some jimps in here, so you're going to have an easy time accessing that lock bar, in my opinion, to engage and disengage it. One thing that I thought was really cool on this is you can see the lock bar insert, and then when you push it to the side, it completely hides it. It tucks it in and makes it look like kind of the chamfering there. Even with it engaged in the lock position, it's still pretty well hidden. So I did like that feature a lot, and I really like that transition on the crown spine. It is a clamshell, so on this one here, I think you got to remove the pocket clip. The clamshell rides along right here, so it's a little bit smaller. So you just take that off, and then you can disengage the lock, and then just remove the whole thing. Actually, I take that back. You do not need to remove the pocket clip at all. I thought for sure it's a really short screw. Okay. I thought for sure you had to take that off. So that would be how you would take it apart. This pin here keeps it from moving side to side. So you would just need to take the pivot bolt off, and this would come apart. Man, that is really clean. I'm glad I messed with it, because I was thinking that screw probably went through to the steel liner. So it's just on that titanium back strap. Very well chamfered, very comfortable on the back side of it. But when I was holding it while cutting, I did notice these are all really hot spots. Um, I would have loved for them to chamfer along the edge like they did here on the back strap underneath here, because it's pretty hot. When you go to grip it, I'm really feeling it dig into my fingers. Even when I move back, I still feel it, and I'm starting to fall off. So to me, I want to hold it right here, but I'm landing in a weird spot. And then when I choke back, I still feel the edges here and here really digging into the meat, and it was really disappointing. But I really liked the aesthetics on this one. So if it were mine, I would probably just send it off and see if Sat2 could just do something to kind of lightly chamfer it and knock out some of those sharp edges and get rid of that hotness. Don't really feel the pocket clip, and it's a little thick, so I did notice that sometimes it kind of wedges. So they probably just need to scallop that out a little bit more on both sides so that it doesn't do that anymore. Action, really smooth. It is a really smooth closer. You don't really need to shake it at all. It just kind of, with its own weight, will close on its own. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. We'll weigh the knife, and then we'll do the final score on this one. All right, guys, we got the Benchmade Bug Out and the Spyderco Manix 2 Lightweight out here. And as you can see, the Tissot is actually a full-size knife, coming in bigger than both. Let's do a couple more. All right, guys, here is the Tissot compared to the CJRB Echo Premium, which is about the size of the Bug Out. And then we have our Kunwu Padre out here, which is definitely a full-size knife. And I would say the Tissot is pretty comparable to the Padre, but as you can see, it does have a little bit more length. Let's grab the scale. I'm curious about the weight with the back spacer to see where it comes in at. All right, guys, we got the scale out. I think I cut it on as I picked it up. Let's check out what the weight of the Tissot comes in at. I'm thinking it's going to be closer to 6. No, coming in at 5.1, so it's actually the same weight as the Padre, so really not that heavy at all, and I think it has a lot to do with the scalloping and things like that. But let's go ahead and give our final score. All right, let's wrap up with the final score here. I grade on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. 7 is the cutoff for budget knives because of materials, and that really is just a quick overview of how I grade on these. What goes into the score? Ergos, price, performance, aesthetics, just what you're getting value for money on this one. And I don't think I mentioned the price. So this one's coming in, I had to look it up real quick, coming in at $365. I, for some reason, thought this was a little bit lower. I thought this was like in the $330 range, but I kind of get it with the design and everything that's going into this. There's really great attention to detail. I like this one a lot. I'm going to go 7.7 on this one, just because there is a lot that I like. What holds it back from being a little bit higher for me, just going to be the edges on here. I don't really like those hot spots. I do wish, I don't mind the thumb stud being like this. I just wish it would have been a ramp instead of it being kind of softly milled here. I think it would have worked a little bit better, because I tend to slide off of it a little bit if I don't remember to push down and out at the same time. So if I just try to kick up like that, I tend to want to slide out. And then same thing with that reverse flick, you got to kind of push into it, and just while pushing into the blade, you got to lift off to kick out. I don't mind the switch on here. I just wish they could have done something to kind of make it a little bit flatter, but I don't know that doing that would make it easy to open and close that. Love the integral or clamshell backspacer on here. The Tissot, I like the Rike knife on there, but the Tissot, I kind of wish they maybe would have just stuck it underneath the blade. And let me verify the steel. I think it was M390. I just want to make sure I read that right. It's been a couple days and I'm doing other reviews. Yeah, Bowler M390. Yep, just wanted to make sure that I got that right. But I think if they would knock down the edges a little bit, make the thumb studs a ramp, this would get it into the 8s for me, because I really like this aesthetic. I love the hollow grind. The crown spine is really well done, and it's just a very attractive design to me. I do like it a ton. Oh, and fix the pocket clip. I think if you did that, we would be good to go. But let me know what you think about the Tissot down in the comments below. If you watched this point on your way out, hit the like. It does help the channel, and using the links down below helps the channel as well. So thank you guys for doing that. You've been amazing about it, so really grateful. Special thanks to the channel members as well, you guys. Chef's kiss. I really appreciate the support. I'm out of here. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.